It's absolutely beautiful out here today, Central Park, New York City. I want to talk about nature. I want to talk about how important it is to me. I want to talk about how important it is to all of us that likes peace. You feel a sense of oneness with the universe, but also with the birds, with the animals, with the trees, with the flowers, with the air. Go sit on a rock. Breathe it in. Do your Tai Chi. I know it looks weird. See those guys, moving around. But hey, if it floats their boat, it's in nature. I would sooner them out in Central Park than in a class. But that's just my opinion. Nature is beautiful. Nature is peaceful. Nature is powerful. Nature has a sense of balance. How would I know this? Well, I'm standing in it for one, but I grew up in it. I'm a country boy that became a New York City slicker. A city slicker. Wasn't that a name of a movie with Billy Crystal and Richard Pryor, maybe? I forget the stars, but I think so. I never saw it. I feel it. Feel nature. It's a lot better than feeling if somebody insulted you. It's a lot better than feeling, oh, does that person like me or not like me? They either do or they don't. The important thing is to get out in nature and just experience it. Try to do that every day. Of course, if you live in the country, you don't even want to watch this video because you're there. You know what it's like. I'm trying to turn all the city people onto this. I think it's going to be a great spring. I have this inner feeling, and what I mean by that is nature. What I mean by that is I'm going to start going, oh, damn it, I could swear it. It's either a big hawk or a vulture. Vultures are bigger than hawks. I've seen some. I didn't know they lived in the Northeast, but they do. Big ass bird. I love birds. I love animals. I love nature. All these phony environmentalists, most of them are just full of crap. Most of them fly in Lear jets and they use up all this energy and pollute the skies. And they're the ones telling us that we have to reduce our carbon emission. No, what you have to do is get in nature more. Who's the famous wrestler, Ric Flair, the nature boy? I love nature. I am gonna be out here. First day of spring, I'm here 4 days early. It's gonna be an awesome spring. Why? Because I have proclaimed it. This is my element. I did some other videos. I'm all indoors and, they got some views, but I'm all about this. This is where I'm myself. I was in a corporate atmosphere. I hated it. Made some money doing it. It was an experience. There were some good times, definitely, but not most of the time. I couldn't stand it. You had to be phony to get along with certain people you don't like. They're not your type. And we both knew it right off the bat. So don't BS me. This is who I am. and you travel more, well, you could say you go into nature. It depends where you're going, but nature is... Well, see, we've gotten so far away from nature, man. We're all from nature. Cavemen. We're bred down. We're early colonists, explorers. They were close to the earth. They had farms. They lived off the land. They lived in abundance. Nature is abundant. Why do you think all these birds you can hear? Geese, grackles, crows, cardinals, mourning doves. Because they're feeling the spring like I am, man. I mean, I'm not eating the same food, but I'll tell you something. It is here. It is abundant. You know, they're tired of the winter, as I'm tired of it. And I like winter. But what I do love is nature. And get out in nature. Try to get out in nature every day or several times a week. You don't have to. It's a choice. But you can really brighten your day if you just sat in nature or walked in nature 20 minutes, an hour a day. You know, everyone doesn't always have that time, but if you do have time, and I have time, today I'm in nature, and I love it. You know, everyone talks how bad the New York air is. I don't see anyone spraying chemtrails at the moment. It's just fine. My lungs feel great. I don't have to worry about pollen. I don't have hay fever. I'm trying to get back to my roots. This is what I grew up with. I've lived the two lives, people. Living around nature and living in the city. But here, I'm talking about nature. I'm nature boy. Ric Flair is the nature boy. It encompasses everything in the natural world. See, this world here with the buildings in it, that's all fake. I mean, if you punch a building, you're going to break your hand, but it's an illusion. It's material life. Now, how many people are going to live in nature with you? Very few, if any. If it comes down to this, and I am thinking about this, no BS, the globalists don't give me any refuge to live in without complete slavery, and that is something to think about. Don't worry about it, but something to think about. And we all have to stick together and protest it as if your life depends on it. Oh, that was a mourning dove. They have the weirdest sound from their wings. But I know this. I know birds. I know nature. I'm willing to live in a log cabin for the rest of my life if it comes down to that. Do you know the great Henry David Thoreau? Not only did he live in my home state, he lived in my hometown for a couple of years. And I just found this out. Somebody I really admire. He lived like in a hollow tree in the woods. He protested the Civil War and was in prison for it. Wrote books. He was a great American philosopher. Henry David Thoreau. One of my idols, and I don't have many. He was a man of the earth in the 19th century. And he had his place in history. Nature has a lot of history to it. goes way, way back to the dinosaur era. And before, when apparently there was nothing on this planet. Who knows? People who say they know, they don't know. What I do know is trees, clouds, sky, birds, fresh air.